And welcome to Let's Play My Little Investigations.
Woo! I am Cabral095.
And this is Pit Marthroy, as always.
Uh-huh.
It's your favorite host right here.
That's both of us. No. Yes, okay, yeah.
Maybe.
Anyways.
Comment below. No, I don't know. Anyway, we're here playing My Little Investigations. Sadly, only the demo, but hopefully it will come out fairly soon.
Very good game. We like it. So we're going to go ahead and walk you through the demo and all that there is to see.
We probably should have been going over our intro while the freaking sprite sheets were loading or while the intro was playing.
Both.
Oh well. So if you couldn't already tell by either playing this yourself or telling from the title, this game, or by the sound effects I should have said, this game's going to be a lot like Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, which, you know, since we're already playing that, kind of makes sense that we're doing this.
Found it.
Yeah, well...
somewhere. I'm looking.
Oh, are you going to share screen or no?
What?
It's too dark.
Share screen. Yes, no, maybe so.
Big.
I'm not sharing my screen with you.
That's a thing called mouse.
Fiend.
Keep
Any hoozles?
looking. Wait.
There's not much to the demo. Most of it is just listening to the dialogue, which we don't have to voice act for it, which is probably for the best, because then I would make him do the Grossenberg voice and he would lose his voice.
For what character?
Scootaloo,
Really?
who else?
The Diamond Dogs?
No. Apple Bloom.
There you go. That makes sense. Anywho,
Rarity, I came as soon as I
gonna
heard.
click new
What
game.
happened?
Oh, well, we're already at the,
It's awful. Horrible,
Rarity Twilight part.
dreadful,
See,
perhaps
that's
even
what happens when you
the
don't
worst
when you don't screen
thing.
share.
I
don't know
screen
where
shared
you're
for Ponymon and I went ahead of you.
Uh-huh.
That's different.
No, it's
This
not.
is following along
Why Twilight?
comment on what they're saying at the same time as you.
Well,
And just so you know that they have already gotten feedback from everybody else that's done this, and they do know that Rarity's voice is much, much louder than Twilight's, especially when Twilight's thinking, so they are going to fix that.
English, Rarity. I was in the zone, Twilight.
She was in the zone, Twilight. She was in the Twilight
I
Zone.
was
Oh
stolen
my
from.
gosh. You use that
Stolen
reference, of
from?
course?
What was
Yep.
stolen?
It was funny when I first said it, but it was off screen, so nobody heard it.
That's true.
My two jewels! True Blue and Opal!
Ahem. Twilight, what Rarity is trying to say is that thieves broke into the Carousel Boutique last night and stole both the True Blue, a large sapphire that she had recently acquired when jumping
See,
into
now I'm not where you're
and
at.
Opal, which is
I just
her,
got past all the... okay,
her
talking.
cat.
Talking.
How
How do you
could
get past the talk?
How could they?
Just keep
my
clicking.
Poor darling.
That's right, I thought there were
All
buttons you
alone
had to
out
push.
there with Those ruffians!
It's all controlled with a mouse, for anybody wondering. They'll go over the controls in a second.
I'm gonna go ahead and hope that she was talking about her cat there. Well, no. I'm afraid we haven't the slightest idea.
Ponyville doesn't really have much of a police force, you see, so we are a little under-equipped to handle something like this.
So where
This
you at
doesn't
now?
happen very often, you know.
The mayor's talking
An investigative
for the
team
second
from
time.
Canterlot has
Talking about how
agreed
the
to
team
look
from
into it,
Canterlot
but
is
I'm
about to
afraid
show
they
up.
won't be here for a few days.
A few
Well,
days?
I skip ahead of
But
you
the
a bit.
thieves...
Let me know when you're at... Oh, I have so much to do at the moment.
Exactly what happened
it.
last time? I can't see.
The one brought in to investigate the baby that went missing and which ended up being found
I wonder
unharmed
which
in
baby
the
that
closet?
was, anyway.
What?
Ah, yes, I do recall that, but I'm not sure where you're going with.
The one that somehow managed to implicate Pinkie Pie in a fictional Dragon X smuggling ring?
Well,
That could easily happen. Pinkie
yes.
Pie could be in a fictional
Yes,
dragon
that's the one.
smuggling ring.
think positive, Twilight.
Or a real one.
They may,
Yep.
perform better this time. Well, there's not much for it either way, Twilight. After all, no pony in our town has any experience with this sort of thing. Oh, I have so much to do at the
Which we
moment.
could skip
I
all
simply
this,
can't stay around
or
any
just
longer.
We're
click
not
twice
going
and be
to.
like this.
Sorry,
Or you
we're
guys
not
can just
talking.
read it. Either or. But the mayor goes away,
If that investigated...
and that's probably what I'm going to do because this will take a very long time if I just let the
Rarity,
text scroll through.
I'm on the case.
Though I will
I
admit
beg
the
your
voice
pardon,
actors do a good job.
Some
Yep.
pony needs to get to the bottom of this, right? Well,
Especially
I'm
Apple
volunteer.
whenever you see in a
I've
minute.
had experience investigating
I'll walk in
crime
circles
before.
until you,
Twilight, I'm really...
finish up.
Well,
Okay.
I mean,
Enjoy
sure,
walking in
that
circles.
particular
Thank you.
investigation pretty much involved completely...
And I actually do
different
like the way that you
methods,
can actually walk
and
around.
also- But it's not like
True.
the team from Canterlot will be
Plus,
much
it looks
better.
nice.
Forgive me. It'll be fine. Don't
There's
you?
a secret over there.
Mystery novels came through for me then, so they'll surely come through for us again. Yes, mystery novels truly work for any
I wonder
case.
They work.
Pinkie
They work all the time. Who doesn't use a mystery novel when on an actual case in real life?
Or now if you want
So
to
now it
go to
explains
the
how to
library,
move
you
right
gotta
here.
click
You just have to click where you want to go, or you can hold down the mouse.
Oops, I found something out. Okay.
Like, now,
Yeah, it's not that hard to move around. And the animation doesn't look that bad for moving around. In
True,
the
it
game,
doesn't.
so that's in its beta stage.
So now we're just going to find some of the evidence right here. The first one being this gold star, which you actually don't need for the demo, but you can add it
Still,
in there.
why not pick it up? It's shiny.
Shiny is always good.
Ooh, what's this little white stuff?
Tire
Is
marks added to
there-
evidence. So is there anything else here? And then click on the hair.
Is-
Hair added to evidence.
these
And they seem like they go together.
as Pinkie.
So what you can do is, since the hair and the tire marks go together, you can go to evidence, click on whatever you want. In this case, the tire marks, combine with, and whatever you want to combine it with, which is the hair, and combine.
If we assume that this
Wow, so deductive.
Yeah, I know. And so the hair gets updated. So let's talk to Rarity, because we actually have to talk to her a little bit. So last night,
Rarity,
Last night.
could you just
Well, I went downstairs to.
so basically it talks about whatever she did, so
perhaps I should
what was stolen added to questions.
Yay.
No.
That's actually the one we need, so... Well, for now, we're going to need the other one in a minute.
I should come back when I've got some evidence.
So,
Could
what was
you
stolen?
describe everything that was stolen?
Of course. First there was True Blue, a regular hunk of a sapphire that shone in the light like a noonday sky. Oh, whatever shall I do without the light of that jewel in my workshop?
Work in the morning? I don't know.
It greatly
I don't
troubles me to think of what
know.
might have happened to her. You must find them both, Twilight. Promise me. You must. You must.
I'll do my best, Rarity. I promise. Not just a chance.
Alrighty.
And then Opalescence gets added to the evidence. And that's all we need for a minute, so evidence.
Uh-huh.
Click on Opal, who looks very happy in that picture.
As always.
Combine with white strands of hair.
All right.
And then they talk about how the hair, the only creature it could think of, would be from Opalescence.
And that
And so that would mean
would all come
The
together
person that
to mean
was
this broken
Are you skipping
window
through all the
Tire marks.
dialogue?
was an accident.
What?
Talking? You skipping all through all the dialogue with them talking?
yes.
It feels like
Oh.
there's more
Because
You
it would
didn't
take a
tell me.
really long time to finish this otherwise.
Okay.
So the hair gets
So you didn't
updated,
tell
and
me.
that's really all we need for now. So we're going to go over here and across the bridge.
Whee!
And then over the river and through the woods, but that's later.
And then we'll go to Granny
a
Smith's
piece
house.
of cloth.
Yes.
Red
And we can pick up the piece of cloth, which is red on one side, gold on the other, and obviously that's a Kingdom Crusader cape shred. But before going on further, if you actually go back and talk to Rarity, you can find out a little bit more about it.
You can walk past Apple Bloom. I'm just looking around. It's all over here.
Yep. So we can go to... It's already there. Present.
Oh,
you.
I
of course.
am back over here, and then door? No, can't open door. All
Apple
right,
Bloom
then.
came by this morning to have this little accident fixed up. She seemed to have ripped her cape during one of their usual
I asked her-
excursions.
How long's that statue been
I
in
really don't
Ponyville?
know. I swear. I'm an odd sort. Do you?
Oh, right. So this.
So now we know the cape shred belonged to Apple Bloom and not the other ones.
Oh, that's funny. Go to the statue past Apple Bloom and see what Twilight has to say about the statue.
Alright.
Can't go any further than that. Can you walk behind? Nope. Just walking around. That's all I'm doing.
Yeah, I know. You're just going crazy.
Of course, I have to, because I don't know where you're at.
Yep.
Hey, there's another bridge here, which
This
you
is-
can't walk through. Okay then.
Oh wait, there's a dedication here.
Erected in honor of the bravest. I'm.
and was written by the mayor. It doesn't really look like the mayor though, but alright.
Maybe when she was younger and her mane was pink at the time.
I don't know. Did a really good job with the scenery here. I like it. But anyway, let's talk to Apple Bloom.
Apple Bloom.
Hey, Apple Bloom. How's it going with the Cutie Mark Crusaders? Done any, epic quests or crusading lately?
Oh, well, no, actually, not really. See, we're kinda on break.
On break? Since when do the Cutie Mark Crusaders take breaks?
Since, well, recently. I mean, every pony's gotta take a break once in a while, right?
How recently?
Very recent.
Very recently? Pretty recent.
Although, say, Apple.
No.
Huh.
So Scootaloo's added to the evidence and rarity situation.
So,
Did I?
well,
That
wasn't because you...
And then last night will be added to the interrogation, so let's interrogate people, because that's
Okay,
always a good
Apple.
strategy.
Time to
Interrogating
find
little
out what
children
you're
always
hiding.
works.
Apple Bloom?
It always does.
Truly.
Truly.
No, I just...
Especially since we
need
recorded
to
that
know.
one part with the kid
Procedure and all.
a while ago
That makes sense.
in the
Yeah.
Phoenix Wright.
I wasn't really doing.
So whenever you go through an interrogation, you can press them for info, present evidence, or end the interrogation.
We finished.
Really, all you have to do here, though, is just go to the very last one
I cert.
and present, if it will let me, there we go, present
Apple Bloom?
the cape shred, the first one.
Huh? Of course I am, Twi. How could you say something like that?
Oh, crap.
Oh no.
I had
I'm
an
not being
interrogation when I
guilt-tripped
shouldn't
this
have.
time.
Oh, well.
So that proves that Apple Bloom
doesn't
was
mean
near
that
the,
left here last night, does it? Why, that was left here a long time ago, Twi.
Apple Bloom, are you seriously
that?
killing this one?
Sure, scrap my cape was found near there, but come
And then
on.
it'll add another
Could've been left
statement
there at
to
any time.
the interrogation. Hey, you can present the second part of the Crusader cape.
No, Apple Bloom. I'm afraid
And
that
there you go.
one's not going to fly.
It's not going to fly because you're an Earth pony.
Yeah, but
Your prized
I
Cutie
get it.
Mark Crusaders cape. Apple Bloom, come on. You can't tell me that you wouldn't get that fixed as soon as possible.
but it, I mean, all right, you win, Twi. I'm sorry.
It's okay. But please, I need you to tell me what you know.
Last night added to questions.
All right, Apple
Yay.
Bloom. Please tell me everything you know about what happened last night.
I can't,
And why not?
'cause
Because
I
I
can't.
can't.
Apple
can't.
Bloom.
Not can't. And why is she not talking? Obviously, because of Scootaloo. The intro
You were
kind of gave
trying
that
to
away.
protect Scootaloo,
Scoot,
aren't you?
scootaloo.
I haven't heard from her all day, and Rarity said some things about you three that seemed awfully suspicious.
Yeah, you got it, Twi.
Apple Bloom, listen to me. I know your heart is in the right place, but this isn't the right way to protect Scootaloo. There's an investigative team coming in from Canterlot to handle this case. It's very, very important that I have this case closed before they get...
You don't mean that investigation team, do ya?
I'm afraid I do.
Okay, I get it, Twi. No more hiding, promise.
There's like a point in here where
Last night, we were rehearsing
it's
a
got dialogue
comedy
from Apple Bloom, but she's not talking. Which, once again, they already pointed out that error.
Pretty soon.
Oh, right! Comedy, of course. Great!
Well, yeah, this'll learn all cutie marks for sure.
Oh, Apple Bloom, you always say
So
that.
quiet
About
during this
Twi.
Let's Play of
This
it.
is super duper top secret. It won't work.
Sure. You can trust me.
Something tells me that surprise is going to get spoiled at some point in the actual gameplay.
Cross my heart and hope to fly.
Probably.
Stick a cupcake in my eye.
Daddy, yes?
Yes.
Well, alright then. Anyway, we were practicing in the town square last night, like always.
Fancy
But-
bad ponies.
I don't know where
Okay.
Scootaloo was at that time, or what she was up to. A short while after that, we heard a
They have a... Yeah, there we go.
Carousel Boutique.
I knew it was there somewhere where they've got some hand-drawn pictures, or not hand-drawn, but they were drawn for this, that are pretty good. Just like the
We didn't
intro.
know what in
Very
tarnation was
much
happening now, so we just watched for a bit to see what was going on. And then a little while after
Like I said, I have no
something
idea where
ran
you're
across
at.
the bridge real fast.
The part
We
where
didn't get to
Apple
look
Bloom's
at
talking
it,
about seeing
but-
Scootaloo.
Oh, you're
Pretty sure
way
it
ahead
was
of me.
Scootaloo.
I've...
What?
You've just been like
Oh,
walking
no,
around though.
Can't be right.
Oh, no, 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 no. That can't be
Afraid
right.
it is, Twi. I didn't know what was going on, but since it seemed like Scootaloo was in trouble, we all figured, well, better not say anything about it. I'm awful sorry I lied to you, Twi.
It's fine.
I don't know how Scootaloo would have been able to carry True Blue out of the house.
This has been a big help.
Scootaloo's not a thief,
True.
Twi. You gotta believe me.
Gilda
You
is the
gotta
one that
help
stole True
her.
Blue.
Promise.
Of course.
I promise on my honor as
She
an
needs a
investigator
pet of her own. One
that
that's
I will
feisty
pierce
and mad
Scootaloo's
like she
name
is all the
and
time.
get to the bottom of this.
Gilda hasn't made a reappearance,
That's something
though.
that's
She
valuable.
needs to make a reappearance. Season 3!
Owlicious needs to make a reappearance. There's a lot of characters that do.
Especially Tank, since he just disappeared off the face of the earth.
Who? Oh, the
Exactly.
turtle, right. And we'll go back to Rarity. And if you go to present evidence, and Scootaloo,
Rarity, I hate to say it, but I don't think you're telling me the whole truth here.
Why, darling, whatever do you mean? I dare say I resent your accusation, my dear.
Alright then, let's look at this a different way. How quickly did you come downstairs after you thought something was wrong?
Immediately, of course, but I don't see what relevance that has to anything.
I don't have all the answers here, but neither does Rarity. Maybe I can get her to talk, if I make it seem like I know more than I really do. Rarity, I spoke to Applebloom earlier and learned that she witnessed Scootaloo crashing through your window last night. I also learned that Scootaloo stayed for roughly a minute.
Lots of
before
clicking on
leaving
my
the
end.
boutique.
Yep.
Now, if you came downstairs immediately after hearing the crash,
we're talking to Rarity for
Don't
the
you
second
think you
time
might
since
have
you can't
seen
really
something?
tell.
I mean, that is... I
I'm
suppose
not
you do have a point.
Anywhere near where you're at.
Thanks, Celestial.
No, you're still talking to
It
Applebloom,
worked.
probably.
Yep, that's me, stuck at Applebloom.
Last night unlocked.
You are correct,
Ah,
Twilight.
see?
I
Good
did
for
see
you.
Scootaloo last night.
Because you know what you're doing.
I did not...
If you're screen sharing, it'd be a lot
I
easier.
understand, Rarity.
Probably so.
If that investigation
Uh-huh.
team from Canterlot comes here and finds any of that out, what do you think
Do,
their
do, do.
conclusion is going to be?
Such a quiet
You-
Let's Play.
do have a point,
Well, it is,
I must
but-
say.
I'm actually letting the dialogue run for once. Last night I had to do interrogations.
I see.
All right, Rarity.
Of course, Twilight. I finished up all of my work for yesterday evening earlier than I had expected, so naturally I wanted to get my beauty sleep. I had been somewhat deprived as far as sleep goes, given that a certain client of mine had made several last-minute orders. I had finally fallen into a blissful, restful sleep when, all of a sudden, I awoke to the sound of a loud crash coming from the first floor. Well, I was just scared out of my wits at that moment, so I made great haste downstairs to see what in Celestia's name was going on. What I found there was awful, terrible, horrible. The first floor of my boutique, ransacked, ruined, torn apart. Oh, what is a man to do? Worse still,
It's normally in disarray
True Blue,
anyway.
my prized jewel, was
What
gone,
is-
snatched from my very home. And perhaps, worst of all,
What's in
when
disarray?
I came to the scene, the very
The first floor of her
thing I saw
boutique.
was the image of an orange and purple
Ah,
pony darting
yeah,
out
it
my
is.
door. I cannot explain what I saw any other way than to say that Scootaloo broke the window to my boutique, tore my boutique apart in search for True Blue, and then made off with it.
Not quite, Rarity.
Not
Go to the
quite.
part where she says, I cannot explain what I saw any other way than to say, and go to that point. Then I believe we can go to either the tire marks or... it might be the tire marks or it might be the hair. Let me check here.
Rarity.
Or
No.
both.
It's the other one.
Okay.
Present evidence. Who's making so much noise in the kitchen? I can hear him from here. Present.
Rarity.
There we go.
What?
Yeah, it's the hair, not the tire marks. That's what
Okay.
I figured.
Oh, do tell, darling. Although I do admit that I must agree, in that I can't see how this is relevant to what we're discussing here.
I found some white hair right near the tracks outside the window. And judging from their length and color, As a result, I think we can reasonably conclude that if those tire marks are from Scootaloo, then it's entirely likely that she crashed through your window completely by accident, not purposefully. She was probably trying to avoid crashing into Opal, which may well have spooked Opal into running away.
Really? But then, that makes things all the more peculiar. Because it is still the fact that she must have stolen True Blue,
Okay,
no?
finally I finished up with Apple Bloom.
Let
Now
me
I can go
ask
talk to
a
Rarity.
very important question.
Well, we're
before
almost
I
done, so...
Do you
See, that's
by
unfair.
any
That is
chance
unfair.
keep your door
Funfair.
locked when you go to sleep at night?
But it's so
Why,
much fun to
yes,
make you get
Of
annoyed.
course I do. But I don't see what that has to do with anything.
One follow-up question then. Do you also bring an opal from outside when you go to
Not
bed?
annoyed.
Of course! The poor dear, I couldn't leave her to
annoyed.
fend for herself at
We
night.
could redo it if you want.
No. What's the point
Then
of that?
I
Already
think
done.
we've established
True.
something even more important than the
And
accident.
plus, I'm just walking around now.
Twilight, I must ask
Looking
that you...
window.
All right. Let's think about the facts of the case thus far. We know that you heard a crash and came downstairs to see Scootaloo quickly leaving your boutique. We can reasonably conclude that she probably was responsible for the broken window. However, we also know that the broken window was likely an accident, and that she had veered off course with her scooter because she was avoiding Opal, who was immediately in front of her. You just told me, though, that you bring an Opal and lock your door at night. So that raises perhaps the most interesting question of all here. Namely,
Interrogation
what was
for
Opal doing
me.
outside in the first place?
Oh, for Rarity?
Yeah.
But she would have
finally
gotten
caught
in
up?
when Scootaloo opened the door,
Yes.
would she not?
That's not possible. Think about it. When was it that she veered to avoid Opal?
Right before she crashed through the window. Ah!
I trust you're beginning to see my point. If indeed your door had been locked and had remained that way until Scootaloo left, there would have been no way Opal would have been outside in the first place.
But
Exactly. I think we can reasonably conclude at this point.
And now my
that
dad's
there
running
at
the
least
paper
is
shredder.
the
Wonderful.
possibility That someone else had and that
Yay,
they're the ones
paper
who opened the door
shredder.
so that Opal could get out. The question now, though, is who that would be. And that's just what I'm going to find out. Well, this case has certainly turned out to be
More interesting than I thought it would be.
First,
Very.
For Scootaloo of all ponies comes under suspicion. And now we've opened the possibility that some pony else was also the scene of the crime.
What?
Just who was it that came to the boutique before Scootaloo did? I have the feeling that this case is going to get even more interesting from here on out.
As do I.
And I won't rest it till I've seen it through to the end. Well, too bad, because you're actually going to have to rest for a while, because this is only the demo, and it ends here, and the second I click off this, it's just going to close out the entire thing, so...
Exactly. So don't click out. Well, actually, you can since you're done.
I am finished, so... I don't know
Hey,
how far you did
I
or
didn't
did
even
not
get
get.
close to finishing.
Maybe. But we're still ending it off without you. So, thank you guys for watching My Little Investigations demo. We will put the link to the download, if you don't already know where it is, in the description. And hopefully we'll be able to bring more of this game to you whenever it's actually complete.
And go
So,
support it as well. It's a really good game and very well done.
it is, indeed.
We'll be going over other games as well other than just My Little Investigation. We'll be keeping updates on other games that are being made. Follow those as well for you guys.
Just as well as we have done with Ponymon and other ones.
Yep.
So, thank you guys for watching. This has been Pit Marthroy.
And Cabral 095.
And we will see you guys for the next one.
See ya.
Later.